What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Sheldon Keefe and whether or not the Toronto Maple Leafs should fire the head coach. And I'm going to just go right off the hop, and I'm going to say yes. I think they should fire Sheldon Keefe, and it has. I don't dislike Sheldon Keefe. I just think some of the decisions he's been making, and just some of, this group needs some change, and it might be in terms of the leader of the group, and of course the head coach is the leader. He's the one that directs messages. But Sheldon Keefe, the Leafs, listen, they were eliminated 6 days ago. So, the fact that we haven't heard anything about it still leaves me to believe that he might not end up being fired. But, I still definitely think it's possible. It's only been 6 days. They could fire him, in 3 weeks, right? It's a long process, and maybe they're waiting to see what's up with Kyle Dubas, who I will have a video on him next after this, but I think overall, I think Keefe, I just think, when you're playing in the second round of a playoff series in the middle of May and, you don't know your lineup, I think that's a serious problem. And it had nothing to do with injuries. It was just he did not know what his best lineup was. I think that's a big problem. I think the message to the group might not have been getting across anymore. I just think, there seems to be, there's too much talent on this team to, be falling short year after year. It's just too much, and I think they need a veteran guy in there, like a leader who's been there before, to come in. I don't have anything against Keefe. I just think he played Justin Hall too much. I think he, maybe his, game, management, maybe his game preparation, his game plans, they weren't necessarily the best. People are saying they don't think that coaching change will change anything. I disagree. I think it will change a lot. I think it, kind of sends the message to the group that, this is some serious change. This is, a group that needs to be better, and maybe that's the way they take it. But how they take it is beyond a lot of people's control. So we'll ultimately see how it all plays out. I think though Sheldon Keefe, if he were to get fired, he would have no problem finding a job. So I wish him that if he were to be fired, I would wish him nothing but the best. He's still young. He's got great years of coaching ahead. He's just 42 years old, and this is a great learning step and a great stepping stone into the NHL and his coaching career, right? Starting off in this tough media market in Toronto, it's as tough as it gets, and going as many playoff series as he's gone to, going on as many playoff runs as he's gone to, I think it'll definitely help him in the future. Now, who could the Leafs bring in if Sheldon Keefe is fired? That's the big question. I think a guy like Gerard Gallant is definitely, he would definitely be very good. In my opinion, he would probably be, I don't know if he'd be my favorite, but he'd definitely be up there. I would really like him. He got there with Vegas. He knows how to coach, that's for sure. Coach Q, I just don't think they give him a job. I would love him, though. He'd probably be my favorite, but there are some candidates out there. And I think ultimately, Keefe would have no problem finding a job. And I think for the Toronto Maple Leafs, it would be, in my opinion at least, I think it would be in the best interest of this hockey team to let go of Sheldon Keefe. It's just been too many, disappointing series losses. He's been out-coached in almost every single series, probably all of them. And you just see in playoff series for the Leafs what it's like to have a really good head coach, right? You look at a guy like Paul Maurice, experienced, really good. John Cooper, really good, experienced head coach. The coaches in Boston that we went up against. It's just been difficult. It's been tough. He's been outcoached in pretty much every series, and he's going up against tough competition. There's no question about it. He's 42, and he's going up against older guys who have been there many times before. So, maybe it's just a testament to, the inexperience for Keefe, and maybe this learning experience is, the start for him, and maybe he needed this to kind of be a good coach in the future. And I'm not saying he's not a good coach. I just think that there definitely could be better coming out of this team. and maybe Keefe is not the problem. Maybe there's other things going on, but I think a coaching change would be in the best interest of this hockey team. I think it would help this team. We'll see ultimately what the Leafs decide to do. But we should know in the coming days. We should know very soon. And we'll see. There's a lot of question marks up in the air with this hockey team, and I'm excited to unpack it all with you guys on the channel. But guys, that is all I got on this video. You guys let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on Sheldon Keefe. Do you think the Leafs should fire him? If you do, who do you think should step in? Do you, what do you think? Do you think it's going to happen? Let me know all the good stuff down in the comment section. As always, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys new. We'll see you guys on the next video. I have tons of content in all the sports. Leafs, Raptors, Giants, Jays. I'll have a ton of content and all that good stuff. I'll keep you guys posted. So please like, please subscribe, and stay tuned for all the upcoming content. It's going to be busy. And as always, go Leafs, go.